Hey, it's Marko here from Realty. Today I'm talking about some really bad career advice I received starting out as a new realtor back in 2010 from industry insiders. And I'm glad I never listened to that advice because I don't think I'd be here where I am today. So let me get started. So I became licensed in 2010 as a 24-year-old realtor. I did not have a sphere of influence. I had zero connections. My parents moved to Victoria when I was a child. My mom worked in housekeeping. My dad worked on construction sites. I went to Vic High, which was, associated with a lower socioeconomic status 20 years ago. So at 24 years old, I had zero leads for either buyers or selling houses. So I had to generate 100% of the business myself starting out. So I decided, okay, I'm going to offer lower commissions for full service listings. I'm going to offer mere postings. I'm going to do cash back to buyers. I'm going to lower my fees and I'm going to work hard and I'm going to sell properties. Well, this was not well received at the first brokerage I was at, and I started getting a lot of counseling and advice from very experienced realtors, people associated with the brokerage, people outside of the brokerage, and the advice was, do not do lower commission. Do not do a lower commission business models, and they always call it a discount business model. Everyone told me once you become a discount realtor, you're labeled as a discount realtor. You'll be a discount realtor forever. Other people told me, yeah, you're not going to survive on your lower commission business model. You just can't make money that way. And I didn't listen to the advice, so I went out and I searched and I found a company called Fair Realty. The owner of Fair Realty at the time, Bob, he unfortunately has passed away since then. He said, Marko, listen, you can come to Fair Realty as long as you do everything legally. I don't care how much you want to charge in fees. I want to get paid my cut, and you go out there and you sell houses for whatever you feel is reasonable. And I went to Fair Realty, and I'm at Fair Realty to this day, 13 years later. My first full year at Fair Realty, I did 28 sales. My second year, I did 47 sales. My third year, I did 73 sales. And within a few years after that, I hit 100 sales. Not only did the business grow exponentially as a result of the lower commission business models I was offering, I actually also made a lot of money, which everyone told me that I couldn't do offering a lower commission business model. With this money, I was able to buy investment properties that I hold to this day. Some of those investment properties have appreciated more than double. And when I look back, I'm like, why were all these people giving me really bad advice not to offer lower commissions, not to be a discount realtor? Now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. If you're an established realtor selling in an area or selling a building you know well, and let's say you're charging $45,000 on average to sell an average house in Oak Bay as an experienced realtor, you don't want young realtors coming in and saying, okay, I'm going to sell this house for $32,000 in fees, because all of a sudden that young realtor has a competitive advantage. So if you counsel those young realtors to say, listen, yeah, you offer $45,000 in fees to sell this home as well, that experienced agent knows that that young realtor has a very poor chance in beating them at a listing presentation, because that experienced realtor is coming in and saying, hey, I've sold 300 houses in this neighborhood. This is what I'm offering. The young realtor coming in has maybe sold 1 or 2 houses in the neighborhood. If they're offering the exact same fees, why would the seller go with them? Obviously, they're going to go for the same. If the fees are the same, they're going to go with a very experienced realtor. Same with the brokerages. The brokerages also gave me bad advice. A lot of brokerages sell a lot of what I like to call fog. Oh, we're a team. We're like a family here. Well, if everyone's like a team and a family, why are there realtors at a brokerage selling 100 houses in a year, and then you have a bunch of realtors selling 5, 6 houses a year? Why doesn't the family spread out the listings? Because the brokerage doesn't feed you listings whatsoever, and the brokerage does not want to upset the status quo. So if you go to a brokerage and you start offering lower commissions, the other realtors at the brokerage are not going to be happy with that, and they're going to threaten to leave. So the real estate brokerages are also going to counsel you to offer certain fees, and they're not going to encourage lower fees. They're going to sell you this fog of family, will help you get going, blah, blah, blah. because the brokerage kind of wants you there. They collect a monthly fee from you. So if they can sell you in a story that they're going to help you get going, they'll sell you that story, but they won't give you the reality of you're going to have a really tough time as a real estate agent starting out in the industry. The failure rate is upwards of 90%, and especially right now with over 1,600 realtors in Victoria and less than 800 sales a month, the numbers aren't looking so good. So in conclusion, I've concluded that the counseling and advice that was not very good. I would not be here today if I had listened to any of the advice I received as a young realtor starting out my career. There were hidden motives behind it, and you have to be really careful when someone's giving you advice in this industry, because the industry wants to keep a status quo. But starting out, I can tell you my business grew like crazy, offering lower commissions. I still made a ton of money. And finally, I've had no issues transferring my business to offering smaller discounts. So I still offer slightly lower commissions than what's seen in the marketplace, but they're nowhere what I was offering 13 years ago. All my clients have stuck with me. Why is that? Because they respect my knowledge base, they respect my experience, and they're willing to pay for my services. But a lot of those clients I would not have on my roster of clients if it wasn't for having been introduced to them via the lower commission models back in the day. That's it for now. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.